Have you ever wondered what would happen if a giant metal robot from outer space crash-landed on Earth? Well, in 1957, in the small town of Rockwell, Maine, that's exactly what happened. This isn't just any story. It's the tale of a boy and his giant robot. A story that teaches us about who we choose to be. Meet Hogarth Hughes, a curious and imaginative 9-year-old boy. One night, while his mom is working late, Hogarth hears a strange noise. He grabs his BB gun and ventures into the woods to investigate. What he finds is beyond his wildest dreams, a colossal, 100-foot-tall robot from space, munching on metal at the local power plant. The robot gets tangled in the power lines, and just as it's about to be electrocuted, Hogarth makes a split-second decision. He shuts down the power, saving the giant's life. This single act of kindness sparks an unlikely friendship. Hogarth discovers the giant is gentle, curious, and has a bit of a memory problem from the crash. He can't remember where he came from or what his purpose is. Hogarth decides to keep his new, enormous friend a secret, hiding him in a scrapyard owned by a beatnik artist named Dean McCoppin. Dean is initially skeptical, but he soon sees the gentle nature of the giant and agrees to help Hogarth. Hogarth starts teaching the giant about life on Earth. They read comic books, especially ones about Superman. Hogarth tells the giant, "You are who you choose to be," a line that becomes incredibly important. He wants the giant to know that despite being made of metal and looking like a weapon, he can be a hero, just like Superman. But you can't keep a 100-foot robot a secret forever. A paranoid government agent named Kent Mansley arrives in town, convinced there's a foreign threat. He becomes obsessed with finding and destroying what he believes is an alien weapon. Mansley is the classic Cold War figure, driven by fear and suspicion. He sees the giant not as a living being, but as a threat that must be eliminated at all costs. Things get really complicated when Hogarth accidentally lets it slip that he knows about the giant. Mansley becomes relentless, bugging Hogarth's house and following his every move. The tension builds until the giant accidentally reveals himself to the townspeople. Panic ensues, and the military is called in. This is where the giant's true nature is tested. When the soldiers attack, the giant's defensive systems activate. For a moment, he becomes the very weapon Mansley feared he was. He's powerful, destructive, and terrifying. Hogarth, seeing his friend turning into something he's not, runs towards him. Shouting and pleading, he reminds the giant of their friendship and the lesson he taught him. "You are who you choose to be." Hogarth's words reach the giant. He powers down his weapons, returning to his gentle self. But the danger isn't over. In a moment of pure paranoia, Mansley orders a nuclear missile strike, aimed directly at their town. He believes it's the only way to destroy the giant, even if it means sacrificing everyone in Rockwell. With the missile hurtling towards them, and no way to stop it, everyone faces certain doom. But the Iron Giant makes a choice. He looks at Hogarth, smiles, and says his only word, "Superman." He then launches himself into the sky, flying directly into the path of the missile. He collides with it high above the earth, sacrificing himself to save the town, to save his friend Hogarth. The explosion lights up the sky, and all that's left is a single falling star. The town is saved. A statue of the giant is erected in his honor, a tribute to the hero who saved them all. Hogarth is heartbroken but proud of his friend's choice. But the story doesn't quite end there. Later, we see a small piece of the giant bolt from his head start to beep and move on its own. It's heading north, towards a glacier in Iceland. And there, in the icy landscape, we see other parts of the giant reassembling, piece by piece. He's putting himself back together, ready to be whole again. The Iron Giant is more than just a story about a boy and a robot. It's a powerful message about fear, paranoia, and the choice between being a weapon of destruction or a symbol of peace. It reminds us all that no matter what we're made of or where we come from, we have the power to decide who we want to be. Thanks for watching. If you loved this story as much as I do, hit that like button and subscribe for more deep dives into your favorite films. See you next time.